welcome to Insurance Business TV. We're at the National Insurance Brokers Association convention on the Gold Coast, where we're joined by Rhodian, the underwriting agency incubator. Simon Lightbody is Rhodian CEO and co-founder. He's here to talk about how agencies fit into the insurance landscape and why they play a vital role for brokers. Simon, welcome to Insurance Business TV.
Hi, Danny. Thank you for having me.
It's always fun to chat with you.
Thank you.
Now, what makes underwriting agencies such a vital part of the modern insurance landscape, particularly for brokers working in specialized or emerging risk areas?
The history of MGAs or underwriting agencies has always been around providing service, technical advice, broker relationships. If you go back, the first underwriting agencies 30 years ago were started by industry experts who were moving out of corporate to set up their own niche vehicles to provide a service to brokers. So brokers have become used to going to underwriting agencies to get strong product, strong advice, strong service.
And how does,
continues.
and how does working with an underwriting agency offer brokers more flexibility or responsiveness rather than dealing with a big insurer?
I think underwriting agencies have had to be more agile in order to compete for brokers' attention. The big insurers have the big brand, have the big name, have lots of people. Underwriting agencies are smaller organizations, but they are smaller organizations with a high level of technical expertise. And therefore, brokers understand that message. Big insurance companies still have expertise, but maybe aren't as agile, aren't as service-orientated as underwriting agencies have to be.
You all swim in the same market, though, and that market has seen a lot of volatility.
Yeah.
I mean, how does your Rhodian network help brokers navigate that volatility?
I think with what brokers are looking for their clients is consistency. Consistency of underwriting practice, consistency of pricing, consistency of product delivery. And our agencies and then underwriting agencies generally are very focused on that. They're very focused on providing the brokers with this service that they need, underlined by the capacity provisions of their insurers, which has to be strong, if not stronger than their competition.
Rhodian works with a number of leading global capacity providers. I mean, how important is that backing for the brokers?
I would say, apart from the people that run the underwriting agencies and their expertise, it is the key ingredient to a successful underwriting agency, is the alignment and the partnership they have with their capacity provider. Without that strength and that alignment, then underwriting agencies just don't succeed. It's as simple as that. So at Rhodian and our agencies, we have specifically sought that alignment and partnership. As much as the insurers have chosen us, we've chosen them.
Your agencies, and we're sitting under some of their placards here at the convention, they each have niche focuses: cyber, liability, marine, A&H. I mean, how does that translate into better outcomes for brokers and their clients?
Whilst brokers look for solutions for their clients, they are looking for specialist solutions. And we like concentrating on specialist products. Is where we can create the most value. If we try and go up against the big conglomerate insurers, then we risk being lost in that competition. But if we separate ourselves and provide expert advice in niche areas, then we create that value to the brokers and ultimately their clients.
How do you make sure your individual agencies maintain an entrepreneurial spirit, even though they've got, I guess, the strengths of the bigger group?
So Rhodian's ethos is all about venture collectively. And when we say venture collectively, we literally do that. The leaders of our agencies are equity shareholders. They have skin in the game. They've helped create the brand. So they bring that desire to promote their brand, to promote their business. But they have the security of our platform, the Rhodian engine underneath all of them. So they don't get pulled in the day-to-day operational, that they're not tech experts, they're not compliance experts, they're not accountants. And if you try and run an underwriting agency and try and be all of those things, again, it dilutes your expertise and service to brokers. So Rhodian is a partnership between the brands and the engine.
What do you see as the key benefits for the clients when their brokers are placing the business through one of your agencies? I suppose things like claims handling, coverage depth, turnaround times, all big issues.
Yeah, so Rhodian it brings to the broker the security of having strong internal processes. Brokers just don't buy a policy for their client. They buy the security that it will be processed on time, payments will be made on time, the technology interacts with their technology. So it's the whole ecosystem has to be strong. And that's what brokers, sometimes people don't understand that that's what brokers look for as much as an insurance policy.
Sticking with the brokers and the broker experience, how does your collective scale and infrastructure, from the compliance to the finance, the marketing, how does that enhance the broker's experience?
To the point perhaps I've just made, it is all about the whole depth of the provision that we as Rhodian and our services give to the broker. It's not just buying a policy. It is having the strength with our security, our capacity providers, the ability to advocate for claims, to make sure everything's processed efficiently and on time. It's that whole proposition. And also, and super important, our brands talk to each other. They work together. They help brokers win business across lines. Brokers often don't just deal with a client in one single line of business. They deal with the whole gamut of policies a client needs. And we have that absolute transparency and cross-selling capability.
Simon, thanks very much for your time.
Thank you, Danny. Pleasure.